From KeyBank Field at Ted Testa Park in Cortland, New York, this is the Cortland Standard's live coverage of Crown City Little League Mets and Mariners opening day for Crown City Little League action. Sam Feely here with you with the play-by-play, and the first pitch is fouled off, and it's strike one. Logan Totman on the mound for the Mariners. Four teams in the Majors division this year, as opposed to 5 last year in the pandemic-shortened year. This is laced into left center field. That'll roll all the way to the fence. On his way to second is the leadoff hitter, and he will get there sliding with a double. So Totman tagged for extra bases for the first hit of 2021. Season was scheduled to begin Saturday, but was delayed because of the rain over the past week, making the field unplayable. So Totman to his second batter, and that is just a little bit high for ball one. Tucker Kelly with the leadoff double. And this is popped up into left field, and it will be caught by the left fielder, and Kelly makes his way back to second. So one out. And this one skips to the backstop, and Kelly is on his way to third on the wild pitch. Kalen Albright had the last out, and now we have Owen Mulcahy, two of the top talents for Crown City Little League in last year's tournament. Cole Meeker is on deck. Totman with a 1-1 count and a runner at third. And that is high for ball two. This is smashed to the shortstop, fielded there, on to first in time, but the run does score, and the Mets are on the board first. It's 1-0. RBI ground out for Mulcahy. So here's Cole Meeker to try and keep the line moving with the bases empty, and he taps this one, and it gets through the wickets of the third baseman down the left field line. Meeker will hold at first. So a tough play there at third, but Meeker reaches. At least for the Mariners, it didn't turn into extra bases. Mark Ecker takes ball one.
Here you go, Mark.
2-0 to Ecker. That's down and away, and up to second goes Meeker. And the pitch to Ecker, taking all the way, and it's strike one. And he taps this one left side. It's past the shortstop for a base hit. Meeker will hold at third. And it's runners at the corners. Still 2 out. That pitch is low for ball 1 to Bryce Rorick. High for ball 2. That's inside for ball 3. And was looking good with Topman having a chance to get out of the inning with just the 1 run allowed, but now he's in danger of loading the bases. That's fouled off the catcher, and the count will be 3-1. Landon West on deck if we get that far. And we will, as that is ball 4. What? That's not ball 4? Really? Wow. All right. Well, regardless, Mark Ecker took second, and that is ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. Landon West with a chance to break this one open early. And he cuts and misses for strike 1. This is popped up behind the plate. That'll get on top of the screen, protecting the spectators to the left of home plate and to the right of me. And the count will be 0-2. And he pops this one up. This will drop in foul territory. Third baseman and pitcher both had a beat on it, but neither could make the play. So West with extra life. This is a little nubber in front of the plate, but it's a foul ball. Still 0-2. 24 pitches in the inning for Totman. This is chopped to the right side. Second baseman's got it. Throw on to first. And the Mariners do get out of the inning with just the 1 run allowed. 2 hits, 1 error, 1 walk, 3 left. Half an inning in the books. Mets 1, Mariners coming up. If you're interested in advertising on Crown City Little League live streams from the Cortland Standard, please email our advertising department or call us at 607-756-5665. Had a lot of support from the community. The streams were well received last year, and we want to thank everybody for the positive reviews, and we want to thank you for tuning in again for our second year of Crown City Little League Baseball from the Cortland Standard. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 left in that inning, that top of the first for the Mets. Evan Rogoff, Quentin Van D, and Oliver Marshall due up for the Mariners. And the first pitch is high for ball 1. Kalen Albright, the pitcher for the Mets. The left-hander misses outside, ball 2. That's in there for strike 1. And Albright is back in the count at 2-1. His dad, Ben, also the coach of the Cortland High baseball team, and his coach here on the Mets. Coach Albright also coaches one of the 2 Crown City Little League All-Star teams in the regional tournaments. There's Crown City Maroon and Crown City Gold. Coach Gold to the Central New York Championship game last year. Full count. That's in there for strike 3 called. Albright picks up strikeout number 1. And that'll bring up Quentin Van D. Lefty against righty, and the pitch is a check swing, high, ball 1. A check swing, but that's in there for strike 1. He might have went around anyway. And it's 1-1. Excuse me, swing, but it's in there for strike 2 anyway. That caught the inside corner. Strike 3 was dropped. Throw down to first, and a nice pick there to complete the strikeout. So good defense all around. Good reaction by the catcher. Good scoop by the first baseman. And Oliver Marshall will try to keep the line moving. And Oliver Marshall takes a mighty cut and comes up empty for strike 1. Albright with the wind of the 0-1. Another big cut. Swing. He's swinging for Tully with these swings. Hang on, shorten up and protect the plate. Good hole up the middle if he can smash one up the box. And he holds up. And it's ball 1. They're appealing to the infield umpire, and he didn't make any motion at all. That is foul tip and held on to by the catcher. And that's strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Kalen Albright. And after 1 complete, still 1-0 Mets.
I told you the internet never forgets.
You were standing right in front of it, too. When you
Come
said
on, Coach. This is going to be my Watergate now.
And after that lovely interlude, welcome back. Mariners go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first, and we go to the top of the second, where the Mets will have Tommy Barnes, Dominic Brown, and Matt Fowler due up. The count is 1-0 to Barnes. Topman got through the first inning, allowing just 1 run after loading the bases after the bases were empty with 2 outs. He's at 26 pitches right now, and number 27 is foul tipped for strike 1. One run, 2 hits, no errors for the Mets. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Mariners. The 1-1 pitch to Barnes. Just misses inside for ball 2, 2-1. Just missed outside, ball 3, 3-1. Good eye right now by Barnes. Let's see what happens on 3-1. Oh, he comes up empty with an uppercut swing, and the count will be full, 3-2. Might have been too close to take, but not the swing you want to take on 3-1. Payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, and he does work a walk after all.
Come on, Dommy, let's go.
So that's the second walk of the game, drawn by the Mets, as the first pitch is low for ball 1 to Dominic Brown. Brown pops this one up, foul and out of play, and he's running it out anyway. Gotta love the effort. Can never tell. Maybe a big gust of wind will blow it fair. Certainly had some wild weather this quote-unquote spring. 1-1. Inside, ball 2. Snowing on the last day of April. I'm from Massachusetts, and April 1st, April Fool's Day 96 or 97, we had like 2 feet of snow, as that's in there for strike 2, and the local weather stations didn't predict nearly that much snow, if any snow at all. Down and away, and it's another full count. Mets batters being extremely patient, waiting for their pitch, and if not, taking their base. 3-2. This is chopped to the left side. It's going to be a tough play. Throw to second will not be in time. Hit too slowly to throw across the diamond. And get Brown, so first and second, nobody out for Matt Fowler. And Fowler takes strike 1. Well, that's the important part. Totman had fallen behind 1-0 to the first 2 batters. This time he gets ahead 0-1. And now this is laced up the middle through for a base hit. Being waved around third is Barnes, and he will score. It's 2-0 Mets. Strike 1 to Tully Westmoreland. That skips to the backstop, and taking off for third and second are the runners. So the wild pitch does advance both, and initially it was just Brown who saw it and took off. That's high, skips to the backstop. This time the runners hold on, and it's 2-1. And now a throw nearly caught Brown off guard at third, but he gets back safely. Second and third, nobody out, 2-1 count for Westmoreland. And this is fouled off, and pitching the bat in the process caught a chunk of the home plate umpire. Is pine tar legal at this level? Two and 2 count to Westmoreland. Michaela Ross is on deck. And he pops this one up, fouling over the screen. Already at 44 pitches is Totman. This is a little dribbler down the third base line, and they'll throw to second. He's safe. Bluffing off of third is Brown, and he gets back. So here's Michaela Ross Big chance for her with the bases loaded, and she swings and misses for strike one. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1 run has already scored this inning. And she swings underneath it for strike two. Just outside for ball one. She thought about it, held up. The 1-2. Down and in, ball two. Oh no, she got strike three. They got strike three. Wow, that was a quiet strike three call, but I looked down and in, but didn't really hear strike three from the umpire. My mistake. So Ross is retired, 1 down. Here is Evan Friedman, last batter in the order for the Mariners, for the Mets rather, and he swings and misses at a high one for strike one. Three singles, 2 of them infield singles, and a walk this inning. Swing and a miss. This time he swings at a low one, and it's 0-2. Infield in here. And the pitch fouled off. And Coach Albright's going to have a word with Friedman. Bases loaded, 1 out, 0-2 count to Evan Friedman. And the pitch from Totman is swung on and missed. The pitch was dropped, 3rd strike, and now they might have the runner at first, and they do! And that's the end of the inning. That should be the end of the inning, because that's three outs. It's 2 outs there. Yep. Wow. The runner on first, Tully Westmoreland, danced off first, and he got snagged. Not 2-3. So it's a strike him out, throw him out double play in the oddest of fashions. And once again, the Mariners escape a bases loaded jam with only 1 run allowed. So it's 2-0 Mets after 1.5. Bottom of the second, it'll be Logan Totman, Brennan Poole, and Graydon Younghands due up for the Mariners as they try to pick up their first base hit of the ball game. At least they were set down on strikes in order by Kalen Albright in the bottom of the first. Totman against his, oh, that must hurt. Now the question is, did it hit his bat or did it hit him? And it looks like it hit him. Now there's some confusion from the Mets. They think he swung at it. It was a full swing. And if you fully swing and it hits you, that's a strike. You don't go to first. So, oh my, and Totman is coming off the field. So, oh boy. So we need a runner for Totman. So Oliver Marshall is going to have to pinch run. And we hope that Totman is okay. So here is Brennan Poole, and a mighty cut, but he fouls it straight back for strike one. So Marshall, the number 3 hitter, running for Totman in this situation. This is what happens when you bat all your players, and you instead of just 9 players and you have subs. Another big cut, but it's 0-2, and Marshall scampers back to first. This is laced to the right side and through for a base hit. Marshall is on his way to third, and he's being waved home. Marshall will come home and score the Mariners' first run all the way from first. Mariners cut the lead in half. Poole with the RBI single. And here is Younghands. A swing and a miss. Pitch is dropped by the catcher. Throw down to second. Not in time to get Poole. A swing and a miss, and Younghands' bat is now down 0-2. Caden Alexander is due up next. And that's a drop third strike, and Younghands will beat it out. And Poole advances to third in the process. So now the tying run 60 feet away, I should say. For the Mariners, and here's Caden Alexander. Alexander with a late swing and a miss, and it's strike one. It's a strike and a delayed steal. Younghands stopped in halfway between first and second and takes second anyway. And a swing and a miss, and this one will be held on to by the catcher for strike three. So Alexander is down on strikes. Go ahead run now in scoring position for the Mariners. Tying run at third, go ahead run at second. One down. And that'll bring up Bentley Hess. And Hess swings and misses for strike one. 2-1 our score, bottom of the second, first game of the season for Crown City Little League. Another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Poole at third, Young ends at second. The 0-2 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 5 strikeouts out of the 5 outs for Albright. And now it'll be up to James Green. Green thought he was going to be run off the plate with that one, but it catches the inside corner for strike 1. So can Albright get through this with the lead still intact? Strike 2. I think Albright recognizes he can own that inside part of the plate against Green. And he got him. So 6 outs, all by way of the K for Albright. But the Mariners do get on the board with 1 run and 1 hit with 2 left. After 2 complete, 2-1 Mets.
I don't have any, only have 1 bottle of regular.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
You got some? Oh, you are honest to God.
I would have gotten something from the snack shack, but I only have a card on me. I've already cashed. It's not like I'm dead
He's
broke.
getting you a Gatorade that he has in the car.
I'm all set, thank you. Just got to keep my, what color she got?
White.
White.
White?
Yep. Got to keep my vocal cords lubricated. All right. After some haggling for some water, Gatorade or whatever, we're back for the top of the third. Mets up 2-1. They got the top of the order coming up with Kelly, Albright, and Mulcahy. Kelly led off this game with a double, then came around to score on the ground out by Mulcahy. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left for the Mets. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left for the Mariners. Mariners defense has kept them in this game. A strike him out, throw him out double play at first base ended a bases loaded 1-out threat. Fouled off by Kelly for strike 1. The first 4 batters of the inning in the top of the second reached. Walk, single, single, single. And Michaela Ross struck out. Then Evan Friedman struck out. And on drop third strike, Friedman couldn't reach, but they had the wherewithal to pick off Tully Westmoreland at first. Whoa! Strike 2. The good news is that Totman is back on the mound for the Mariners. It did look like his throwing hand that got hit, but obviously it was not hard enough to force him out of the game. Ball 1 as that misses high. You wonder how much it will impact his pitching. And he's sailed too high here to even the count at 2. He is at 57 pitches, so he's near the end of his rope anyways. Popped up, and this will get out of play. That's an E3 by the fan there, behind first base. Kelly, Albright, and Mulcahy due up here. Top of the third. This game is at the 40-minute mark about. Start at 5:50. Down and away, ball 3. Next pitch will be number 60 through 2+ for Totman. Delayed strike call, but it's strike 3. And that is actually the third straight strikeout for Totman. And that brings up Kalen Albright. Albright flew out to left his first time up, and now we're going to have a break. We have a time call, a meeting at the mound. And could this be a pitching change, or are we just discussing how to neutralize the big bat of Kalen Albright? Could be both, because it's definitely Totman giving up the ball. And Brennan Poole has taken over on the mound for the Mariners. So Totman cannot get the win, but he does go 2 1/3 innings, allows 5 hits, 2 runs, both of which are earned, with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Brennan Poole takes over, and he's just about ready to go. 1 or 2 more warm-up tosses. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe one more. The Mariners were the league champions last year after finishing 5th out of 5, and then just went on an ungodly tear and took down the Angels in the championship. Thank you so much. $1.50. Quiet you. Strike at the knees to Albright, 0-1. Poole rocks and delivers, and this is laced through the hole on the right side, and it's botched by the right fielder. Albright's taken off for second. Now he's taken off for third, and he's being waved around third. He's going to come home and score. So that's a single and an E9, making it 3-1. Next pitch, top to second, and this one will be a ground out for Owen Mulcahy. So it'll be up to Cole Meeker to try and keep the line moving as the Mets get the run back they allowed last half inning. Two outs and strike one to Meeker, who reached on an error and was stranded at third in the first. This is laced into left field and down for a base hit. Dies in the grass, and Meeker takes a turn at first and holds there. Grass may need a cut. So Meeker is aboard for the second time. And here we go again with the bases empty and two outs after the first three hitters had their turns. And now are they going to start another rally? Here's Mark Ecker, single and stole second. Last time up. First pitch strike hasn't been the problem for Poole. He winds and delivers. Just upstairs, ball one. Swing and a miss at a pitch that may have been down and away. And it's 1-2. Bryce Rorick on deck. 1-2 count. And the pitch. Down and away, skips to the backstop, and up to second goes Meeker on the wild pitch. 2-2 the count. Another run for the Mets in scoring position. And it's popped up. Second baseman makes the catch, and the inning is over. So once again, one run in the inning for the Mets. And they lead 3-1 after 2.5. Aiden Davis, Stephen Cartwell, and Zach Snavely to lead off for the Mariners here in the bottom of the third. Inside corner, strike one for Davis. Albright back to work with a two-run lead. A lead that he padded back up to 2 runs with the Single and misplayed ball in right field, and he circled the bases. 1-1 the count to Davis. One and two the count. Looks like we had some difficulty with the stream, but hopefully we're back on for you. And a big swing and a miss by Davis, and he comes up empty. 7 outs, all by way of the K thus far for Albright. And there's one down. In there for strike one to Stephen Crotwell. Check swing, it's low, they'll appeal. And the base umpire shakes his head, saying he didn't go. So it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. High for ball two. And Crotwell thought about it, but held up. Swing and a miss, strike three. That is strikeout number 8 for Albright. And it'll be up to Zach Snavely to try and keep the line moving. Now, Ben Albright's going out to the mound. Kalen's at 39 pitches right now, and that's going to be it for Kalen, as he will step off the mound after 2 2/3. We're getting all 8 of his outs by way of the K. He allows 1 run on 1 hit with. And actually, I should restate that. He actually had 9 strikeouts. Of course, one of them was on a drop third strike where Graydon Youngans reached. So the new pitcher will be Mark Ecker. So 9 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings for Albright. One hit, 1 run, 1 hit batsman, no walks, 9 strikeouts. Ecker takes over, and the first batter to face him will be Zach Snavely. If he gets on, Hannah Kabiska will bat. So again, it's not Albright's game to win, just like it wasn't Totman's. Ecker takes over. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Good take. Ball one. This is popped up, foul, and out of play. And Snavely behind 1-2. This is popped up, and that will also get out of play. Foul to hold the count at 1-2. Oh, that crossed the plate at the knees for strike 3. And the inning is over, so same song, second verse, as Snavely goes down on strikes. 10 strikeouts in 3 innings for Mets pitching. Still 3-1 Mets. Strike 1 to Bryce Rorick as Brennan Poole takes the mound for his first full inning of work. And it's ball 1 as that drifts outside. Down away for ball 2. Ball's drifting on Poole a little bit, 3-1. High for ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to begin the top of the 4th. That's the second walk Rorick has drawn. And here's Landon West. West grounded out to second to end the top of the 1st. A run in each inning for the Mets. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 left. A swing and a miss. Pitch gets away from the catcher, but a late read by Rorick is going to hold him at first. So 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 6 left for the Mets. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, 2 left for the Mariners. That misses inside. Throw down to second is in time. So Rorick caught stealing. And Coach Albright talking to the home plate umpire. Didn't catch what the count was. That's, is that strike 2 or strike 3? We had another pitch, but it's never got on the scoreboard. This is, well, it's not going to matter as it's smashed right back to Poole. An L1 there. And it'll be up to Tommy Barnes to keep the line moving. Barnes led off the top of the second with a walk and then came around to score a run. Inside corner, strike 1. Barnes comes up empty at a pitch in the dirt, 0-2. Dominic Brown on deck if we get that far. Mariners trying to hold the Mets off the scoreboard for the first time. And that just missed high for ball 1. Poole took a step towards the first base dugout, but he's got to throw at least one more. The 1-2. Popped up, out of play. This is a little dribbler back to the pitcher Poole. He'll throw on to first. It pulls the first base off the bag, but he's safe. He's safe. The Mariners didn't see it, and now taking second is Barnes. What? Now they're saying he is out. Now the home plate umpire is saying he's out. So now the umpires are conferring. Now we have to, wow. The Mariners all ran off the field. Barnes was the only one paying attention. The umpires are still conferring. What are we going to do? Hannah Kabisca is standing in the batter's box waiting for a turn at bat. And it is going to be an out. So after all that, it is a ground ball 1-3. And we do go to the bottom of the fourth. I'd like to thank you all for watching this presentation of Crown City Little League from the Cortland Standard. If you'd like to advertise on these broadcasts, give us a call at 607-756-5665 or email our advertising department. It would have been a E1 if the play had stood in favor of the Mets. But Hannah Kabisca will step to the plate. She'll be followed by Evan Rogoff and Quentin Van D. Mark Ecker out there for his first full inning of work.
All right, Mets, here we go.
Ecker winds and delivers. And a good cut, but comes up empty. Strike one. Remember, Mets pitchers are working on 10 strikeouts through 3 innings. A little behind there, and it's 0-2. Only one ball's been put in play for the Mariners, and that was Brennan Poole's single back in the second. And a swing and a miss at a high one for strike 3. And Kubiska goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 11 out of a possible 10 outs for Mets pitching. So that'll bring up Evan Rogoff, who struck out looking to lead off the bottom of the first. And he puts this one in play to the left side, and this is going to be an infield single. So just as I was talking about, only one ball put in play for the Mariners. Rogoff gets an infield single. That'll bring up Quentin Van D. High for ball one. Van D struck out swinging for the second out of the bottom of the first. This is picked by the catcher. 2-0. And now maybe a chance here for the Mariners to get some action going. Hitters count. And a swing and a miss. And up to second on the wild pitch goes Rogoff. High for ball 3. Well, if you walk him, there's just more ways to get out of the inning. That's in there for strike 2 to fill the count. Rogoff dancing off of second rather. Oliver Marshall is on deck. And the 3-2 to Van D. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 12. And Oliver Marshall will try to keep the line moving. Marshall struck out swinging to end the first. First pitch, outside for ball 1. This is down the first baseline, but that is a foul ball. And the count will even at 1. One of the harder hit balls the Mariners have had today. One of the few balls they've actually hit at all. Just dominant pitching by Kalen Albright, who fanned 9 in 2 2/3. And Mark Eckers picked up where he left off with 3 strikeouts. And this is dribbled in front of the mound. Eckers got it. He'll flip on to first. And that won't help the BABIP, but at least the Mariners force the Mets to make a play defensively, and it ends the bottom of the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. 3-1 Mets after 4 complete. All right, top of the fifth. And we've got Dominic Brown, Matt Fowler, and Tully Westmoreland due up. Brown singled his first time up in the second. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 6 left for the Mets. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left for the Mariners. Story of the game has been Mets pitching, as I mentioned. Albright and Ecker combining for 12 strikeouts through 4 innings. One of them a pass ball third strike that allowed the batter to reach. This is grounded right back to the pitcher. Poole will take it to the bag himself. Quickly, 1 down here in the top of the fifth. Now, I just want to point something out. The last 4 non-strikeout outs have all been to the pitcher. Poole has had to make a play on the last 3 outs. He retired Landon West on a line out, as this is fouled off for strike 1 to Matt Fowler. Then he fielded a ground ball by Tommy Barnes, and now he fields this ground ball by Dominic Brown. And the last out of the last inning, the bottom of the fourth, was a ground out to Ecker by the Mariners. Ball 1. Mariners scored Mets scored a run in each of the first 3 innings, but had a chance for way more, as that's outside 2-1. Tucker Kelly led off the game with a double, came around to score on a ground out by Owen Mulcahy. That left the bases empty and 2 outs. And that's a strike, 2-2. And then after Mulcahy's ground out, the Mets loaded the bases with 2 out, but Landon West grounded out to second to end the inning. Fouled off, 2-2 still. Then the Mets loaded the bases to begin the top of the second. First 4 batters reached, and then Michaela Ross struck out. Then Evan Friedman struck out, and Tully Westmoreland was picked off of first after said strikeout. So they got that bases loaded, nobody out situation with only 1 run. Payoff pitch popped up, and this will get out of play. Fowler trying to grind one out here at the bottom of the order. Had a single his first time up. The payoff pitch once again. In there for strike 3 called. First strikeout for Poole, and there are 2 down. Poole's retired 4 in a row. It'll be up to Tully Westmoreland to try and keep the line moving. Westmoreland singled his last time up, but as I mentioned, was picked off of first to end the second. He swings and misses for strike 1. In the bottom of the fifth, the Mariners will have Totman, Poole, and Younghans due up, trying to erase a 2-run deficit. At least that's how it stands right now. This is grounded to short, fielded there on to first. A bullet! Wow! What a bullet from the shortstop. That would be Quentin Van D, showing the Fernando Tatis Jr.-like cannon there. And the side is retired. Still 3-1 Mets after 4.5. Owen Mulcahy takes over on the mound for the Mets after an inning and 2/3 from inning and a third, I should say, from Mark Ecker. Logan Topman to lead things off. Got plunked and scored the Mariners' only run thus far his first time up. This time he comes up empty for strike one. Had to exit the game temporarily to make sure his hand was okay. And it was okay to certainly go back out on the mound. He chases after this one, pops it foul, and into the batting cages for strike two. Totman, Poole, and Youngins due up. These are the only, these three boys got on base to begin the bottom of the second, but only one run could be made out of that rally. The 0-2. And he laces this one, and it's underneath the shortstop's glove into left field for a base hit. Trying to make the backhand pick was Landon West, but it's going to be a single for Totman. So Topman on base for the second time. And here is Poole, singled and stole second, but was stranded at third in the second. Oh, what? We could have had a balk there, but I think somebody heard someone call time, and that's why Mulcahy stopped. So no balk or anything then. Mulcahy will now wind and deliver. And that's in there for strike one. Taking off for second is Totman, and the throw is not in time. So Totman picks up the steal, and he is now in scoring position. A big cut and a miss by Poole, and it's 0-2. This is popped foul and out of play. Remains 0-2. This is smashed down the third base line, but that is foul. So Poole spoiling a couple of tough pitches. Still behind 0-2. Poole represents the tying run. Topman at second, the pitch. Fouled off again. Good grinding at bat for Poole. Trying to force Mulcahy to come to him. And another foul ball. He just will not go away.
All right, here we go, Mets.
Ready to back him up, Dom.
This is a little dribbler down the third base line. Again, it's foul. Amazing that these have all been strikes. At some point, Mulcahy's got to try and spike one here to see if he'll chase, right? No? Yes? Let's see what Mulcahy does here. And this is laced up the middle and through for a base hit. Being waved around third is Todman. The ball gets all the way to the wall, and into second with a double is Poole. What a phenomenal at-bat by Brennan Poole. And now Graydon Youngans with the tying run in scoring position. Down and away for ball one. Sails high for ball two. So Totman has scored both Mariner runs. Poole now at second after the double. Poole has both RBIs. This is fouled off. And Mulcahy back in the count at 2-1. Swing and a miss. Taking off for third, and they... Oh, what's the call? They called him safe. Oh, wow, the throw was on time, but I guess the tag was late. So, Poole steals third. Poole's a little testy, but right now as it stands, it's a stolen base at third for Poole. So, all right, Poole at third. Two and two to Youngans. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Big strikeout there. As Poole stays at third, one down now, and that'll bring up Caden Alexander. Alexander struck out swinging his first time up in the second. Strike one, just never know. Sometimes with Little League strike zones. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Tying run at third in the person of Brennan Poole, who doubled home Totman and then stole third. Swing and a miss, strike three. Alexander down on 3 pitches, and now it'll be up to Bentley Hess. Hess struck out swinging for the second out of the second, and that's strike one on an excuse me swing. In the top of the 6th, the Mets will be looking for some insurance. They'll have Michaela Ross, Evan Friedman, and Tucker Kelly due up. Swing and a miss, strike two. Poole trying to draw a throw at third. Swing and a miss, strike three. Mulcahy gets out of it with just the 1 run allowed. And the Mets still lead 3-2 going to the sixth.
No, it's one more inning.
One more inning?
Just one more.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
this is
six.
it? It's six? How's that six done?
No, 7 is high school.
What's that?
7 is high school.
So there's only six?
Yeah, there's only 6
All right,
in the
cool.
Little League.
What last inning?
No, actually, I was just in a hot car, so I'm actually feel really comfortable right now. I'm like, thank goodness it's cold.
You gonna come over here?
Yeah. Excuse me.
Say, excuse me.
I know, and I'm over here like. Are you cold? No, I'm okay. Are you sure? She just offered a blanket. You sure? I have a blanket right here if you need. No, I'm good. Tiny baby case.
Or I have the baby blanket down there that you can have.
No, she got my warm spot.
There you go.
Where's Dominic? What team is he even on?
Over here. We're not rooting for that team over there.
I say that loud. He's just
I'd like to thank you for watching this presentation of Crown City Little League from the Cortland Standard. If you'd like to advertise on these broadcasts, give us a call at 607-756-5665 or email our advertising department. Second year of Crown City Little League streams here on the Cortland Standard YouTube channel. And Michaela Ross, Evan Friedman, and Tucker Kelly due up here in the top of the sixth as the Mets look for some insurance going into the bottom half.
Dominic!
Ross struck out swinging her first time up in the second. Standing in from the left side against Brennan Poole, who has thrown 35 pitches. And he gets strike one, 0-1. From 35 pitches through 2 2/3. And he's moving quickly. And that misses outside for ball one. 1-1. This is chopped to the left side, fielded by the third baseman. Throw on to first, not in time. Gets to the fence. Michaela's on her way to second. She will hold there. So that'll be a single and an E5. And Ross with her first major division hit. And Friedman getting some coaching from Coach Albright here. Coach Albright wearing the 90s and 2000s black Mets jacket. And that skips to the backstop. Ross is going to take off for third, and she advances on the wild pitch. So an insurance run standing at third here. Outside, ball two. Outside corner, strike one. Swing and a miss.
All right, here you go.
Gonna chase a change up there. And it is 2-2 to Evan Friedman, who struck out swinging to end the second. His first time out. He puts this one in play. No, it's foul. Went up and got that one and nearly dunked it down the left field line. I think he was as surprised as anyone. Stood there in the box for a second. 3-2. Friedman watches that one drift outside, and what would it mean to get the leadoff hitter Tucker Kelly to the plate with 2 on, and Friedman fights that one off. I was going to make a comment about Coach Albright's jacket of choice. It really was the Mets black jersey that set off the trend of randomly of teams, any team getting, even if black wasn't their color, getting black alternate jerseys. Friedman works a walk, and now here's Tucker Kelly. And now we're going to have a conference. Poole having a word with his coach, and it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So Poole responsible for the 2 runners on. So pitching change. Conference is abound between player and coach, coach and coach, player and player. Machine versus man, man versus woman, woman versus your mother. That's a Deltron 3030 reference. Be there for the rap battle. It's going to be interspectacular. Fantabulous. It'll blow your socks off. Be there. Intergalactic rap battle. It's instupituous. All right. New pitcher is going to be Caden Alexander. Runners on first and third, nobody out here in the top of the 6th of a 1-run game. And Kelly, 1 for 2, with a double and a run scored and a strikeout looking. He was the last batter the starter Totman faced. Poole goes 2 2/3. So far tagged for just 1 run, but responsible for the 2 runners on right now. Alexander winds and delivers. Oh, still warm-up pitch, my bad. Seemed to be more comfortable with the windup. Was he throwing from it looked like he was throwing from the stretch. You have to throw from the stretch in Little League. But he is. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt, and stopping midway through first and second was Friedman, and now he takes second.
Go, Tucker.
So 2 runners in scoring position for the Mets.
Good eye.
That's low for ball 1. Kelly fouls this one off. And the count will be 1-2.
All right, Tuck, here you go.
Low for ball
Good eye.
2. Just missed for ball 3.
Here you go, Tucker.
Oh. Alexander in danger of loading the bases for Kalen Albright. And he does. So, here's an at-bat that could decide the game. Albright 1 for 2 with a single, and on that single he came around to score on an E9. Oh, that looked good, but it was ball one. This is laced into right field, and it's going to roll all the way to the fence. This will score at least two. Two score. Here comes Kelly. Here comes Albright with the inside the Parker. Seven to two. That is strike one to Owen Mulcahy. And that might have put it out of reach for the Mariners. And a smash to shortstop. Tough hop. Mulcahy reaches. And now Cole Meeker. This skips to the backstop, and up to second goes Mulcahy. Takes a big round at second, and then slinks back. So two of those runs charged to Poole. This is grounded down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Here comes Mulcahy to score. Meeker is trucking his way to second. Eight to two, and now looks like we're going to have another pitching change. Still nobody out in the inning. And the Mets get those insurance runs they were looking for, and then some. New pitcher will be Oliver Marshall. So, Mark Ecker to the plate, 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base.
All right, Mark, here you go.
Inside and low for ball 1. Third pitcher for of the inning for the Mariners is Marshall. And that's in there for strike 1.
All right, Mark, here you go now.
That skips to the backstop, and up to third goes Meeker on the wild pitch. Two and 1 the count. Two and 2. Just trying to put together all the pitching lines here. That's why I haven't been as talkative. The 2-2. 3 and 2.
Here you go now, Mark.
So Poole, 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Caden Alexander, that's low for ball 4. The ball skips to the backstop, but holding at third is Meeker. And with everybody on the Mariners napping, taking second on the play is Ecker. So Alexander, 0 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Here is Bryce Rorick. Low for ball 1.
All right, Bryce, here you go.
Runners at second and third, and still nobody out in the inning. 5 runs have already come across for the Mets. Strike 1, 1 and 1. Rorick has drawn 2 walks in his 2 plate appearances. Ooh. I don't know if he got a piece of that one, but it's 1 and 2. Landon West on deck. Second and third, the pitch. Outside, 2 and 2. Runners bluff off their respective bases and retreat. The pivotal hit in this inning, a grand inside the park grand slam by Kalen Albright. That's low, picked by the catcher, and it is a full count. Rorick looking to draw his 3rd walk of the game. He's got it from 1-2 to 3 and 2. And that's on the inside corner, strike 3 called. So that'll bring up Landon West, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a line out to the pitcher.
All right, Landon, here we go. Go, Landon.
In there for strike 1. Infield not playing in, at least not all of them, with runners at second and third and less than 2 out. That sails to the backstop, but the runners hold on as a good reaction by Marshall to get to the plate. Will snuff out any chance the runners had to advance. Meeker still at third, Ecker still at second. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 5 runs home in the inning for the Mets. That's up and in, ball 2, 2 and 1. Mariners trailed going into this inning 3-2, and then 5 runs in a row. Second and third now 1 out. Up and in, 3 and 1. The Mets scored a run in each of the first 3 innings and were held silent for the 4th and 5th, but have come out here swinging in the 6th. That's sails high for ball 4, so that'll load the bases with 1 out. So that'll bring up Tommy Barnes. Barnes 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Also grounded out to the pitcher, and now we're going to have another conference. And are we going to have another pitching change for the Mariners? Doesn't look like it. So, just a confidence booster, all right? So here is Barnes, the 10th batter of the inning. And Barnes takes low, ball 1. 18 pitches thus far for Marshall, and he's only gotten the 1 strikeout. He's issued 2 walks around that. 2-0. That's in there for strike 1, 2-1. Michaela Ross reached on a single. Evan Friedman walked, Tucker Kelly walked, and then Kalen Albright with an inside the park grand slam. Just for good measure, Owen Mulcahy singled right after that. That skips to the backstop, runners hold, but the count is now 3-1. So 1 ball away is Tommy Barnes from getting an RBI. That skips to the backstop for ball 4.
Get down.
Everybody was safe. All right. Meeker slides into home on the walk, on the bases loaded walk. Barnes picks up the RBI. And it is 9-2. So here's Dominic Brown, singled in the 2nd, ground out to the pitcher in the 5th. Low for ball 1. I would like to see a 13-man lineup bat around. That skips to the backstop, taking off for home, and safe is Ecker. He was the only one who read it initially, and then the runners behind him took off. So it's 2-0, and the score is now 10-2. Second and third now. That's in there for strike 1, 2-1. There have been 5 walks in the inning by Mariners pitching. That's in there for strike 2, 2-2. 5 walks and 4 hits, leading to 7 runs. 3-2.
All right, Dom, here we go.
Matt Fowler is on deck. Swing and a miss at a high one for strike 3. So Dom is 1 for 3. That'll bring up Matt Fowler. Fowler 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a strikeout looking. He is the 12th batter of the inning out of a 13-man lineup. First pitch to him. In there for strike 1. In the bottom of the sixth, the Mariners will have Bentley Hess, James Green, and Aiden Davis due up. Marshall, and it hit off of it hit off of Fowler's bat. You could hear the ping from here. So that's a foul ball and strike two. Fowler didn't really swing at it either, just went straight in on his bat. That skips to the backstop. Taking off for home is Landon West. And now the ball gets away from the pitcher as West was retreating. So no score there. Count is 1-2. That's in there for strike three called. I'll apply the tag just to be safe. And the inning is over. But the Mets pick up 7 runs on 4 hits and leave 2. Bottom of the sixth, closing time for the Mets, 10-2 after 5.5. And I misspoke. It's James Green, not Bentley Hess, leading off for the Mariners.
All right, Owen, here we go.
So here's Green, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes a mighty cut and comes up empty, 0-1. Green, Davis, and Crotwell due up, all 3 of whom have struck out in their only plate appearances thus far. Another swing and a miss at a high one, and it's 0-2. The Mets are working on 15 strikeouts right now. Make it 16. Called third strike on the outside corner. Only 1 out has been made in play. It was a ground out to the pitcher to end the 4th. And there was a drop third strike that allowed a batter to reach back in the 2nd. Aiden Davis takes low for ball 1. Two runs, 4 hits, 3 errors, and 4 left for the Mariners. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 8 left for the Mets. Davis comes up empty, and it's 1-1. As the sun sinks slowly in the west. 2-1. Davis showing good discipline on that one. That was close. Fastball powered in there for strike 2. Can the Mets get 18 strikeouts in a 6-inning game? We'll see. Outside, ball 3.
All right, oh, here you go.
In there for strike 3 called. 17. And Stephen Crotwell, the last chance for the Mariners. Ball 1. Oh! Oh! Rub some dirt on it. Good sportsmanship by Mulcahy after the accidental plunking. So Crotwell is aboard.
All right, here you go. Oh, you got this.
And now Zach Snavely struck out looking his first time up. And we're going to have a pinch runner for Crotwell as he appears to be hurting, so it's got to be Davis. We had the situation back in the second after Topman got plunked. And that was even scarier because Topman was pitching at the time. And it looked like it hit him on the hand. But he was okay to continue. Here's the pitch to Snavely. Fastball down the pipe for strike 1.
Like, yeah.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Go.
If it weren't for that ground out to the pitcher by Oliver Marshall in the 4th. Oh, this is laced into center. That'll get down for a base hit. Oh, they might have the force at second. No, he's safe. He's safe. Davis. that would have been a force play. That would have been a force play. He would have been out. So Snavely picks up the single, and now Hannah Kabisca will try and keep the line moving. Do the Mariners have something in them with 2 outs? High for ball 1. What I was going to say was if it weren't for the ground out to the pitcher by Oliver Marshall back in the 4th, we would be looking at 19 strikeouts in 6 innings if they had gotten the strikeout there. This is fouled off, and the count will be 1-1. Good spoil there by Hannah. Hannah struck out swinging her first time up, leading off the 4th. Swing and a miss at a high one. And once again, the Mariners down to their final strike. It was Ecker for Albright for 2 1/3, Ecker for an inning in the 3rd. And the final 2 put together by Owen Mulcahy. 18 strikeouts in a 6-inning game for the Mets. And the big top half of the 6th inning ensures that they come away with a 10-2 win. So the final totals for the Mariners, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors, and 6 left. And for the Mets, 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors, and 8 left. Win goes to Mark Ecker, loss goes to Brennan Poole. And the Mets improve to 1-0, and the Mariners fall to 0-1. And opening day is in the books for Crown City Little League after a rain delay on Saturday. We'll be back this Saturday for more action here, Crown City Little League action here on the Cortland Standard YouTube channel. Tune in. I'll double check the time, but we'll post the link on the Cortland Standard social media and website, and we'll have it in the paper as well. So tune in Saturday afternoon for more Crown City Little League action. Once again, the final score, Mets 10, Mariners 2. My name is Sam Feely.